Live from the Northern Service in Grand Bahama. It's great to have all of you with us tonight on this special Friday edition. Well, to say the past week has been turbulent here in the North is an understatement. One thing it showed was that when Bahamians come together for a particular cause, they're unstoppable. Tonight, a family is relieved to have gotten their wishes and demands met, or at least it's begun the motion. Meantime, another family weighs in the balance with their emotions and concerns. You know the story. An elderly woman deemed by her family as suffering with some challenges mentally, of course, and placed in a home, of course, care for senior homes. The elderly woman reportedly gifted her house and other possessions to someone, obviously, to the powers that be, and the caretaker. But the family says it was taking advantage of someone who could not make decisions for herself. Think about that. In comes an angry public demanding for the home and powers to be placed back in the hands of the family. Today, things took a different twist when Ingrid Carey's sister came forward to Saturday News saying she has the rightful power of attorney and she wants her sister back with them or under their care, and of course to have them returned home. Today was similar to yesterday. Today, that is. Very similar to yesterday. The family decided to go to the old folks' home to get their loved one, the event culminating in a resolution that left the family fulfilled and a caretaker shattered. Shalia Roll has a recap.
What appears to be a peaceful resolution at the home is the subject of a whole ordeal as drama unfolded at the home away from home earlier today. Emotions were high at the home away from home care facility as the family members of Ingrid Carey gathered, hoping to take their loved one from the facility. Things intensifying as the sister of Ingrid Carey, Sharon Thompson, showed proof that she had the power of attorney over her sister since 2011. At first, it was a hassle as police officials took some time to authenticate the documents. Meantime, concerned residents gathered at the home to show support for the Carey family.
I started the fight with one post, and I'm going to finish the fight with Miss Ingrid Carey being escorted out here with her loving family members.
This opportunity again to drive this point home. All of us who have loved ones, check on your elderly loved ones.
After hours of waiting, Ingrid Carey was released from the facility. Sharon Thompson, the sister of Ingrid Carey, says that she is thankful her sister is now home in the care of her family.
I would like to thank the public for coming out. And we also had a peaceful demonstration. I would like to say to you, God is real. Just hold on. And He comes through. Ingrid is out now. And we just have another step to deal with.
Last night on the rundown, Murphy Knowles, the proprietor of Home Away from Home Elderly Care Facility, stated that she was not moving out of the home. But today, she had a change of heart.
Change, actually, see, as a person, I believe in the higher power. And I believe in peace. I don't like war. I don't like conflict. I don't like people to come up against one another.
Now, Murphy Knowles, the proprietor of Home Away from Home, has been given 1 week by the family to vacate this home. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia.
All right, thank you, Shalia, there. You heard a bit from Murphy Knowles. We want to give you the extensive interview with her because she conceded today and is stepping aside. And then we caught up with her at that family home. Want to let you hear really how the whole afternoon played out so you get a better picture and understanding how things unfolded. Take a look.
Because of all the drama and stuff going on, and I know I'm innocent in the process of all of this, receiving a home as a gift to actually care for battered women and so on, and just fulfilling another side of my dream. I was able to do that through Miss Ingrid Carey, and that was her wishes for me to do. But since the family actually got together and created a whole big scene, trying to make it seem like I committed fraud or whatever the case may be towards it, I say, and I'm a woman just healing from cancer also too, I don't need all of that. And my resident at Home Away from Home actually don't need all this scene and stuff that's going on, because they claim I wasn't licensed, which I am a licensed business. They claim that I mistreat people. I heard one of my residents tell them that he's being well taken care of here, you know, and they claim so much different stuff. We're wishing that just people, you know. And I don't want to hold no hate or malice or strife against anybody. That is not my character from the time I know myself. I think God has given me enough love for everybody. And I say, maybe after advisor from my lawyer and everything, we discuss it and everything, and say, let's release it. Give it back to them. You understand? I say, yes. I said, I think that's the best thing to do, is to give it back to them. And I pray to God that she takes good care of Miss Ingrid and make sure everything that needs to be done. They on their way coming here now, because they say they wanted to see what and here belongs to Miss Ingrid. And I say, be mindful. It was a lot of stuff your Grammy did give away before I enter the doors. So I just want you to be mindful of that.
Was it a hard decision?
To make? Actually, no, you know. To be truthful, because I feel free. It wasn't a hard decision. I'm not just saying that, because people say, oh, yeah, she's just saying that. No, I'm not just saying that, okay? It was like, maybe do what is the best thing. You understand what I'm saying? Because you don't need to put other people on the line, because they are attacking all kind of people for this. Right. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't want to be the blame of anybody. Honestly, we don't know where that is.
Right. What changed? Because last night on the show, one of the final questions I asked you was, if you give up the home? You said no. What changed from then till now?
Okay, what changed? Actually, see, as a person, I believe in the higher power. And I believe in peace. I don't like war. I don't like conflict. I don't like people to come up against one another and so on. When I saw all this raging and they told me the people is back to my place again, doing this and doing that. You understand what I'm saying? I say, just don't even make no sense. I say it's best just to release it so they could be at peace and I could be at peace. But honestly, my people at the nursing home, right now, say no longer than this week on, before all of this came about, they was praying for me to come back home. And I'm not just saying this on TV. I'm not just saying this on TV to make other people believe this is my choice. This is what they said to me when I told them my final decision. You understand? And they say, Miss Knowles, we was praying for you to come back home.
Okay, so were you aware that the sister had power of attorney since?
No, this is the first time I ever heard about any power of attorney from the sister. Honestly speaking, that's the first time.
Okay, did you have conversations with the sister prior to?
Yes, me and the sister, sometimes we talk. I told her before all of this took place, before I signed any paper and had Ingrid sign any paper, like I told Mr. Clinton here, I spoke with her brother-in-law, I spoke with her pastor, and I spoke with her sister. None of them never told me they had power of attorney for Miss Ingrid. They say if that's Miss Ingrid's wish and that's what Miss Ingrid wants, Miss Knowles, there's nothing we could do. So I did not take anything from Miss Ingrid. And if they're trying to claim fraud, I did not sign Miss Ingrid's signature to anything. That was Ingrid's choice. And she told several persons, even up to yesterday, with all this craziness going on, that was her choice. That was not Miss Knowles' choice.
There paperwork that has to be done?
Actually, I already went to the CID,
right.
Give them my statement and what I'm going to do, so everything could be clear with Miss Ingrid. But I did ask the family, because of some of the funding was, y'all could come inside, take pictures of it if y'all want to, because there was some work and stuff been done to the place, because it was for mission. It wasn't for if it was for my personal use, I would say, okay, I'll walk away. But because it was for mission, I asked them if they could kindly give me some of the funding back so I could finish care for my next visit. If they could find $20,000 to give me.
$20,000? Yes.
If they could find that to give me, I really appreciate it. But what the family was kind of a little nasty with me. They wanted me to move out right now. Come on. Y'all done put me through hell yesterday. I'm going through it again today. How you expect for me to come home? I'm a 64-year-old woman. Come on, I look young, but I'm not too young, okay? And to come home to say, pack up things. Practically in this whole house is my stuff. You understand? Stuff for the nursing home also too. Stuff for when people come in, they need clothes or they need bed things and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? So I expect for me to do this in one day. I say, okay, at least give me a week to get myself together. You understand? I heard the rain over the phone with the carrying on, and the police have to say to them, come on, the woman working with you all. You understand what I'm saying? Come on. I could have been nasty and dragged this along.
What national insurance checks that you've been receiving? How do they now get that?
They could go to national insurance and have national insurance write it, the form, and have the form due, and she could receive a check back starting as the next month.
Okay. All right.
Okay?
Thank you.
No problem.
Get the patient home. We're going to give you a week to collect your stuff. That's why I was trying to tell you.
Yes.
It was me you was talking to.
Yeah,
Don't worry about your stuff. We come here for peace.
Yes.
You pack your stuff, do what you need to
Baby,
do.
you don't have to stress it. I really
No,
have
because
that.
you sound like you didn't understand what I was saying. I said
You have to
all we
understand what
wanted
I
to do.
was under. I was dealing with the police officer. They
I
was
get
telling me
that.
get off the phone at the same time. You was talking, and I was trying to understand it. That's why I say, hold on, I'm kind of confused. I can't understand what you're really saying because
okay.
they was getting on my case.
Okay.
Because they was trying to get their notes. They was
Right.
trying to get information.
Right.
And so on. And that's what I was
So,
saying to you.
Moving forward, we have agreed with the family because the family brought me in on this.
Okay, no problem.
Okay? They know. I have the same thing. I have a hospice center. I know the procedure. Get your stuff, pack it up for a week. Let bygones be bygones.
Of course.
You understand
It's
me?
no modest and stripe, baby. I need
Exactly.
to meet my maker at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Okay, I ain't no bygone.
Okay.
My love is still there. I just finished talking to Philippa, and Philippa, no, my love is
But
always
like
be there.
like I shared with your son. Like I
We
shared
went
with your
through
son.
something.
Yes.
Come on.
You're dealing with a patient
Philippa?
that has dementia. She's with her mother. She's with her mother. You're
She was
dealing.
supposed to come.
No, she's good. She cannot come. You have a patient that has been dealing with dementia. They are not in their right sense.
No, but hold on a second. Can I kindly say this to you? No,
That's all I
in front
want
of
to say.
everybody. No.
No.
You hold on. Let me please say this. Let me please say this. I took Miss Ingrid to the government hospital, not my doctor, not a doctor of her choice. Having her there to the government.
Yeah, that's why leave it. Leave.
Why leave it? And she say,
But your son just tell you to leave it. He knows why. Leave it. Just leave it.
okay,
Leave it. Leave
okay, no problem.
it. You feeling me?
Yes,
Evangelist?
I'm a pastor now. I'm going to get my doctor license next month.
Pastor. You dealing
And
with
that's why the
another
enemy
pastor.
kick out.
I'm a pastor as well.
Yes,
Leave it alone.
I come in. Okay.
Okay? It's been a catastrophic day. However, we are moving forward. The family, as you can see, has come to amicable terms, and we're moving forward. A lot of negativity has been dispelled in the atmosphere, and we want to cast them down because people's reputation is important. However, we want the public to know that we have come to an amicable agreement. The patient is currently in our care at this time, so the patient is no longer at the home. Thank you.
And you can leave this. That's you all need to say you all apologize to me if you put my name up there. Honestly, because after this over, I have to deal with all the hurt. I wanted to go to Burger King and I couldn't go. I've been getting death threats on the phone. Then the police have to escort me. You all have to fix this.
Go ahead.
You all have to fix this. It has to be fixed.
That's okay.
Now, I can speak to that with this rebuttal. We are not responsible for what the public thinks or says. I have no control over that. But I humbly stand here today as a peacemaker, solidifying that the families have come together in unity. We are moving forward. We dispel all the negative things in the atmosphere with regards to the matter. However, we are working cohesively together so we can move forward from this. Again, the patient is in our care, and that's what's most important. Thank you.
You're watching The Rundown. We're going to take a break. We'll be back.
all need to save. Save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
That's the bear of the Bahamas. I like to go down. Oh yeah.
Is the Little Caesars Stuffed Crust Pizza. Get more pizza for less money. Only $12. It's a whole new level of pizza with cheese stuffed crust so spectacular that there's nothing left.
Pizza.
A delicious pepperoni pizza with the crust stuffed with lots of cheese and brushed with butter and garlic flavor and sprinkled with Parmesan cheese. Hot and ready Thursday to Saturday between 4 and 8 for only $12. Simply irresistible. And only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Strong family bonds provide a crucial support system, often filling the gaps that might otherwise lead to reliance on social assistance.
If we get the family structure support system right, you won't see adult children willingly putting their parents in senior citizens' homes. You won't see anyone putting children up for adoption. We should be the safety net for when the family begins to have some challenges.
Addressing the root causes of dependency is essential, as our goal is to shift the focus from merely providing aid to fostering self-reliance.
We must be prepared to move persons from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment. And I'm asking the public to join us on this journey.
This has been the Heartbeat Brief, an inside look at the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting.
The Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting is partnering with the Bahamas Christian Council to help build stronger Bahamian families.
I believe that our ultimate experience in living begins with God and family.
Our purpose is to facilitate, guide, inspire, and equip you to have a better life.
And a strong family foundation begins with each of us trying to become better individuals.
Let's unite for a stronger Bahamas.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the heartbeat of the nation, leading Bahamians from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Dr. Gale, and I'm inviting you to be a part of a journey where we open the Word of God to receive strength, to receive empowerment from the scriptures as they have been written. Get your Bibles, get your cup of coffee or your tea, because this journey is gonna be great. This is your day of victory.
Hey, what's up, Mario?
Hey, Dale, what's going on?
Have you seen ZNS new digital platforms?
No. Let me go check it out.
Good day, Bahamas. I'm Devontae Hanna, and this is ZNS Digital,
where we cater to your news and entertainment needs. Are you a foodie? I thought so. Then look out for Digital Bites.
Shining a light on Bahamians and the good that they do, ZNS Digital is home to the sunshine.
Keeping up with the latest trends, our original content will keep you entertained.
Yeah, that's cool.
But have you seen the new website?
No, I didn't see it. Let me go look.
We're still your most trusted source for news and information.
That's ZNS Digital?
Yeah, that's ZNS Digital, the people station in your pocket.
idea of taking swimming lessons to the Bahamian public was something that we thought was a great idea, and so we started Let's Swim Bahamas.
I've always been a learn to swim coach and a life-saving coach, and so this is now my turn to kind of really see learn to swim being developed.
Although we ran swift swimming for some 30 years and we offered Let's Swim lessons, we knew we were only touching a small percentage of the Bahamian public.
I enjoy the children and how happy and excited and joyful they are. I mean, some of them come from maybe hard homes. Maybe they're bullied at school. Who knows what they have? But when they come here, it's a very positive thing for them.
At the end of the day, more kids will be fulfilled, more kids will have a life-saving skill, and more kids will stay away from crime.
Crime-free.
Looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
A lot of our young men and women, they look forward to being around the game of basketball so much because a lot of their community is infested with crime and violence. It's always been a passion of mine to make sure to channel these young men and women in the right direction through sports. Basketball and being in this environment is a safe haven for them in terms of what they need to do to get out. You have leadership conference to help these young men and women to understand the importance of making the right choice. I tell all of my athletes, when you go to school, help yourself. Stay focused. Use basketball. Don't let basketball use you. I love the game. The game has been good to me, and I just want to give back to the young people who have opportunity so the game can be good to them. Crime-free looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safe...
Welcome back to The Rundown, coming to you live from Grand Bahama tonight. A special good night to all of you who are in the Lion's Den. Y'all are very active in the Lion's Den tonight. Those comments, I don't know. And those of you joining us on YouTube, a special good evening to you as well. Well, after a challenging journey filled with legal and emotional battles, the Carey family is tonight celebrating as Ingrid Carey has returned to their care. Ramiko Knowles spoke with Ingrid Carey's granddaughter, Philippa. Here's an interview.
Yes, Clint, it has been a long and hard few days for the Carey family, who has been back and forth with Murphy Knowles, who is the proprietor of Home Away from Home, concerning their loved one, Ingrid Carey, who was residing at the home. Well, today that dispute comes to an end as they now have retrieved Ingrid Carey from the Home Away from Home elderly care facility, and so it ends in victory for Philippa Carey, and she is expressing excitement over everything that has taken place over the past few days. Let's take it from the top. You reached out to me and you wanted to tell your story. Tell me, what was it about this that made you come forward?
What made me come forward is the case is fresh out of a movie. You know what I mean? It brings light to that things that don't only happen in movies happen in real life. And it happened to somebody right here in Freeport Grandmama. And yeah, just let everybody know.
Now, you told me a story, and it seems as though the country rallied behind you after your story was told. And yesterday, you went to the home, you was able to see your grandmother. Walk me through that.
I was able to see her after the police came because Miss Knowles would have said that she didn't want anybody on her property. She called the police and saying a fear for her life. So she said I'm able to see her just when the police come. So when the police came to the home, they escorted me in to sit and talk to her for a little bit.
24 hours later, things took a turn, but a turn for the better for you. We received a call saying that your aunt, Sharon Thompson, has the legal or the official power of attorney, and you guys were able to retrieve Ingrid Carey from the home today. Right. Tell me about that.
Okay, so we just got a call that my Aunt Sharon, she had a legal document from when their mother passed back in 2011. And that was from her mother who passed, saying that she gives Aunt Sharon power of attorney over Mommy and the property in Nassau. So that just goes to show from 2011 up until now, it was made known that Mommy was not in medical capacity to make any decision on that behalf. So with that document, that trumped everything because you cannot have two power of attorneys. So that was all we needed. That was ammunition to get us to where we are today.
When you received that call today that she had the original power of attorney, what was the feeling that you were experiencing at the time?
I was all over the place. I was excited. I still was frustrated because even though we got her back, the fight doesn't stop here. Right. I still have more things to do. We still have more things to do. But I'm just happy that at least I get her back. Right. Everything else I can deal with as they come, but just to have her back, I might care to make sure that she's okay. That's what it is. So I was excited. I was surprised because, where you found the document, where it come from, like how you remember you had it. It's just so much things going through my mind at that time.
And another big thing was the home. That Murphy Knowles said that Ingrid Carey transferred over to her. Mm-hmm. You guys retrieved that back as well.
Yes.
Walk me through that.
Okay, with that, we made an agreement on both parties, Murphy and my family. We made an agreement that she has a week, 7 days to get her belongings out of the house. But within those 7 days, we will be preparing to move back inside the home. So Mommy was officially out of home away from home care and entirely in mine now. So after a week, she'll be back in her own space, back in her own home. As of right now, I am looking to stay home to take care of her so this does not happen again. So, yeah.
Now, the home was renovated, and we understand that there were some discussions between you and Murphy Knowles at that time. What was that about?
Her and I had no discussions. Now I'm seeing or hearing that she has some belongings inside of our house. And when I asked where the belongings were, she was like, oh, there's a new furniture set, bed set, and all these things. And that took me back because as far as I know, when I left the house 3 weeks prior to her being there, everything still wasn't there the way we made it to be. Now, with renovations or stuff she put in the home, I don't know. I didn't think any renovations were necessary. So she took our furniture out, what we had was the Carey's on, and she put her own furniture out. And that was shocking to me because I didn't even know anything about it. So whatever she did was she did that on her own accord because I guess she wanted to make it more homely to her. But the house didn't need renovations? No. Did it need furniture in that? No. Everything was in there just how she made it. And she decided upon herself to move things and make it new again.
Okay. Now, everybody is wondering, how is Miss Carey? I know you were able to see her today. Yes. You just walked out the hospital a few minutes ago. She's been admitted into the hospital.
She is there just as a wellness check, just to let everybody check her vitals, see what state of mind she is, how is she? That's exactly what they're doing now. Now, as far as I know, they may or may not release her back to me tonight. I don't know if they want to do further testing, whether it be with the psychiatrist or the doctors being evaluated, but she is in their care right now, and they're doing some checks on her, doing blood work and all that stuff.
You were speaking with her, I heard over the phone when I called you earlier. Yeah. What was that conversation? How does she feel about everything that's been going on? Does she even know what's been happening?
She knows, but she doesn't know. She knows that she is out of the home now. The only thing she keeps telling me is, why it take so long? Why did it take so long? I told her I know the process was rough on both parties. I might not have been there and during it with her, but I had my own mental dealing with being afar from her, knowing everything she was going through. She just keeps telling me, why it taking so long? I say, you good now? She's like, we're good to go where? Back to home, away from home? I said, no, you're not going back there. You with me now. And so she just started talking about something else after that. Okay. But I told her, no more home, away from home. She's home. Okay. Yeah.
And at the end of it all, the Carey family and the Knowles family both came to an amicable agreement. And
as best as we did. As best as we tried to meet each other in the middle. Now, the 20 grand, which she's asking for, that is new to me. And we're definitely going to fight it. Like I said, this is just the beginning. The most important part is done, but we still have work to do. Okay. So we're definitely going to fight that claim of 20 grand, or if she wants to go to court, we're definitely down. Even if she doesn't want to go to court, we're going to court because some things that they did and went about it was the wrong way, and we want to get justice on every part.
On every part. And when you reached out to me, did you expect this to go be as big as it was? You had the entire country rallying behind you. Mm-hmm. Did you expect that?
No. Never in a million years. Never, ever, ever. I mean, I know it would have raised a few eyebrows and a few persons would have reached out to me, but to see how far it went to Jamaica, Turks and Caicos, every island, it's crazy. I never expected that. Never.
Any words you want to say to the people that supported you throughout this entire process?
Of course. I just want to let them know that I thank you. Everybody near and far, whether you share posts, commented, and when Murphy was there, you commented back on my behalf, whether you share the post, like it, and just you listening and messaging me the encouraging words, I thank everybody. For persons who left work or never went into work just to come to stand in front of home away from home to support me and my mother, I appreciate you. I thank you. for the person who paid for me even to be here right now. I thank you for Grand Lucan for letting me stay there a few days while we get this sorted out. I thank you. I thank Wendy. I thank Ozzy. I thank you guys. I can't name everybody, but just know that my heart, our heart, is that everybody stand 10 toes behind us. Because without any of you, this wouldn't have been possible.
And your sons, I saw the hugging yesterday when you arrived at the Howard de Gregory. What was that conversation like, and how are they feeling now to know that they're going back into their home?
Well, I got a video from Lundy, and he said that I guess he broke the news to them and said, justice has been served. They say, how you feel? They good? They happy? I mean, they happy because every time I have to leave them, it's hard for all of us. Because, my kids, they're young, but they're not so young to where they don't understand what's going on. So every time I have to leave and go, it breaks them down more and more. So now that they understand that Mommy could be coming home and be back home, everybody's all happy again because we could be all under the same roof again. I would never have to separate from them. And that's the main goal of this, never have to separate from my children, even my mommy.
Well, thank you so much, Philippa Carey, and I'm happy for your victory and your family, and your mother, your grandmother is back into your care, your mother as well, back into your care, and congratulations to you all. So for tonight, Ingrid Carey will remain at the Rand Memorial Hospital, but according to Philippa, she's hoping to have her back in her care by tomorrow. Back to you in studio.
Thank you, Rumiko. Great reporting there. You've led this whole story, and just stellar reporting from you, Rumiko, regarding it. And you would have heard, all of you listening, you would have heard Philippa talk about the fact that they now have their grandmother, their mother back in their care. That means Philippa needs to be able to be here, right? And obviously she's in Chupkey working because she has to work. And it was not her wish to go. That's why this all started, because she had to leave and go abroad. And so I'm leaving it out there because that means we need to be able to find employment for her in Grand Bahama so that she can be here. So if we're going to be a community and a village and come together and help in a time of need, this is a time of need. So whether you are government, whether you are private sector, whatever it is, the appeal goes out. We need to get Philippa employed so that she can be back here in Grand Bahama. And I believe that is a true fitting of how we can help this family get back in the right place. So I'm making that appeal out there to the powers that be. I know you're listening. She needs employment, and let's get her employed. Well, of course, you can imagine this family has been through an emotional roller coaster, especially for Sharon Thompson, Ingrid Carey's sister. She was introduced to this story. We've heard about her. She says that she has the rightful power of attorney, and she has been the one who's been responsible and giving care. And alongside of her, you've seen in the clips today, Dr. Sharon Bolag, who has been a supporter of the family. She also runs her own care facility, and so she understands how the process works. And both of them are joining me here at the table in the rundown tonight, and I'm so happy to have both of you here. Thank you and welcome to the show.
Pleasure to be here.
I want to begin with you, Ms. Thompson, because when you came into the picture of the story, I was like, okay, so this is the sister, and there is a whole different story. When I got the call this morning that you had documentation to prove that you were the actual legal power of attorney, it changed the whole story and it started to evolve. When you heard the accusations that someone else had a power of attorney, when the story unfolded, what came to mind? Because you knew you had this document that gave you the power and the authority. Were you concerned when you heard somebody else claiming it?
I was actually shocked.
Wow.
But in due season, you give things where it needs to be. Mm-hmm. But Ingrid had to be home, and more than anything, that was very, very sad. Mm-hmm. Somebody taking away your home, mm-hmm. and not discussed. And Philippa is her granddaughter. Mm-hmm. And when we as parents, we work hard, and what are we supposed to do? Give our children mm-hmm. what we work for, not nobody else. So I am thankful. I am so happy. Mm-hmm. And I must say God is good.
There were concerns that you might have been aware, because when we spoke to Murphy, she said, well, I spoke to the brother and the sister and the family and about the home, and they didn't give any opposition. Were you ever confronted about the home being given away?
No. What was said? I spoke to her, yes, but she was telling me things I was not be discussing that Ingrid would give the home. Why would I do that?
Right.
That wouldn't make sense. So, no. It was said to me, and she told me what she was doing, and I said to myself, wow. But never yet it was said that she was getting legal rights to the house. Never yet said. Because I would have turned that down. Yes, she spoke to me.
What did she say?
She said, I'm going to take Ingrid to the lawyer, and she said that when she went to the lawyer, Ingrid was to have somebody come and sign something. So I said, okay. Then she said to me, she said, Ingrid said to her, if the person isn't here, so why don't you sign it?
Really?
So she said to me, I am not getting in that.
That's what she said to you?
That's what she said to me. All right. When I went home, I said, wow, something wrong with this picture. I said, the way it sounds, something has already been done, but trying to inform me. But first of all, she said to me, I need to tell you some things. And what I need to tell you, she said, what I need to tell you, I do not want you to be surprised. Because I don't have anything to do with anything. So I'm saying, why is she telling me this? Be surprised. What am I supposed to be surprised about? And then she was explaining to me the funds she would give her for telephone a month. And that particular day, she had given Ingrid some money from the money she'd taken out to do what she needed to do. And she said in front of me that, Ingrid, where's the money that I have given you? And I'm saying to myself, what is this? And Ingrid is not gonna answer. She's not gonna answer. And he kept asking, where's the $220 I've given you, but why are you asking her this?
Right.
That was so strange to me. But as far as me knowing, going on and the house and all that, I did not have a clue.
What was she said that she was turning this house into a mission house.
Now, I don't know about that. I have never heard that. Never. Never.
I want to bring Ms. Bolag into the conversation, Dr. Bolag, because we won't go further into details, but there were other concerns that the house may have been used for something else.
Well, Mr. Watson, I can say this. I viewed the house today, and the house is decorated like a palace. The house has no kind of interior for any kind of mission. What kind of mission? I'd like to know. Based on how the house was laid out, and I mean exquisitely decorated. So if somebody has gifted you their residence for a foundation to assist the community, then mechanisms should be put in place, whether there's housing, petition put up for privacy, for rooms, because if this is a mission home, then it has to reflect that mission home. But none of that infrastructure was put in place. It, like I said, exquisitely decorated.
She is now asking for $20,000 because she invested that. I'm sorry, your look just now. She's asking for $20,000. Is the family going to give her that?
Well, let's say this, Mr. Watson. You went from a caregiver to a property owner and then allegedly a landlord. So right there, that dynamics clearly indicates that something is fundamentally wrong. You went from pumping $20,000 into a house that does not belong to you. You got no level of authorization for that, then that's your loss. Because at the end of the day, you want this mission house, then that means you have to make the necessary adjustments for this mission house at your own expense, not at the expense of the owners.
So what happens to her now? Have you seen your sister? You've been able to talk with her since she's been removed from the home?
No, not removed from the home, while she was in the home.
While she was in the home.
You're right.
How did that go? Let's talk about that. What were those conversations like?
Well, I did not speak to her. The police spoke to her, and other people spoke to her in authority. Mm-hmm. So I just watched, because it was their time to speak with her. So I was just there as a family member.
You would talk to her before, when she was in home visits?
I would go there every Thursday.
Every Thursday you visited your sister?
Every Thursday I would go there. Ingrid would not speak to me well.
She wouldn't?
No. But I will go there no matter what, every Thursday. All right? What was on my mind so much, I said, somebody has to go there. So I did that, no matter how she acted towards me.
Mm-hmm. Were you concerned how she was acting, or you just attributed it to her illness?
You have to be concerned how she acts. It's not pleasant. Something is wrong. Mm-hmm. So there's no way you could sugarcoat it. Something is wrong.
Our audience and viewers may not know what she was like. What was her personality like before all of this, so people can understand the difference?
Ingrid is a loving person, you know. Kissy, kissy, huggy, huggy, loving. Now, one thing with my sister, when she gave you something, she coming back for it. Okay?
She coming back for it.
Oh, she coming back for it.
So you understand the dynamics of how to deal with her?
That's all. But she will always give away. She gives away a lot. She gives away. Okay? And she's very kind.
Wow.
Okay? Something she will go after to return. And some things she will just let it go. But
that's just her.
That's all. That's my sister. So it's just something you have to live with.
What's next for her?
What I know about is Ingrid Carey, very elegant. I mean, she would have her nails done every week. her red lipstick, and that's what she is known in the community for.
Her red lipstick.
Her red lipstick and her red nails. Elegant all the time. Now, if you are dealing with someone as a caregiver, and from the inception, let's go to the genesis, the power of attorney was put in place because there were some mental challenges from the inception.
That's why the sister got the power of attorney.
And that's why the sister got the power of attorney. So to go to the genesis of how the power of attorney came about is quite evident. The mother knew, I mean, the child was born into and brought into society. There were some mental challenges. So before anything happened, the mother said clearly, I need you as the executor, which is Sharon Thompson of the estate, and you have the power of attorney over Ingrid. At that time, she was in Carey. So
Ingrid's mother left that in place.
That's their mother.
Your mother left that in place.
Her mother left that in place.
To give you power of attorney over Ingrid. And just so people understand, I was able to look at the documents and see the document for itself, and it was put in place by your mother to give you power of attorney over your sister, and we saw those documents.
And they were authentic documents. With that being said, you cannot have two power of attorneys.
Correct.
You can only have one power of attorney. So saying that, it brings me to this point. As much as I want to give the caregiver the benefit of the doubt, the facts that are being presented clearly indicates that there's something fundamentally wrong. Procedures were breached.
Correct.
I am not the type of person who's going to slander anybody's character, but we're going from the legalities of everything. There were breaches. Was a proper contract established? Who paid the money? And then, you get on the social media and, you involve the government of the Bahamas by saying social services did that when that was fraudulent. That was not the truth. So the dynamics that's involved clearly indicates that, okay, we have to, I'm not going to be a part of this. When the family reached out to me, I said, I need your facts. I'm not moving unless I have those facts. What proof do you have? How can you solidify to me that this is proof? And so it was sent to me, and I moved forward with it, as you are aware, because I'm not going to move on, here, say, you say, I say. No, that's not proper. Now, another thing that I want to touch is, it now makes you think, who else has this happened to? I'm being very methodical about it. Who else? I'm not defaming anybody's character, but it raises a level of concern. Now, I want to touch this. This is a prime example of what is needed in our country. Proper hospice centers and structures. When a person is terminally ill and they are given over to be, whether it's a hospice center or caregiver, we need proper facilities. So I'm speaking to the powers that be, the government. This is what I've been arbitrating for a very long time, because I offer these services. So I know the protocol of what takes place and what must be. I've had to get power of attorney for patients who have passed. I had to also eulogize their bodies because their family members left them. So at the end of the day, if we are entrusting our loved ones in your care, you got to have your I's dot and your T's cross, because this is another whole human being. This is a whole different life. So taking it from that perspective, we have to put things in place structurally for the same thing to prevent anything else from happening.
Let me ask you, Ms. Thompson, about your relationship with your sister. So people are clear, because people are asking questions, I want there to be clarity. When did you receive power of attorney for her?
I will tell you something, and it's really so amazing. I didn't really know I had power of attorney, you know. Okay? All my documents I had secured. And I normally group documents according to what I have. What sparked that was when I listened on the TV. I said no. I said no. I said, was I there? And then when that happens to me, I start to research. So I went to the stack of my mother's group, and I said, wait, and I kept going through it. And I said, what is this saying? Things hidden from you until it's time. It's amazing. I mean, all of this is so amazing, and all of this, when God does things, this is a really blowing situation for me, because everything fell in place. My mother has a home in Nassau. And when the Holy Spirit said to me, check the grass in the yard, and I said, check the grass in the yard. I called my friend and I said to him, go by my mom's house and see what is going on. Today, I had confirmation, okay? Because I kept hearing, the son is getting the house, the son is getting the house. So, today...
Which son? Which son? Clarify that. Whose son?
Oh, Marvy.
Okay.
Sorry?
Marvy Knowles' son. Murphy. Okay, Murphy Knowles' son.
Murphy Knowles' son?
Yes, it was being said that he's getting my mom's house. And I said, getting my mom's house? But I told you, it was confirmed today. I'll tell you how it was confirmed. And I don't even know if Ingrid realized or he did what happened. He was standing beside Ingrid, and Ingrid hit him in his stomach. Just tapped him. And he said, I promise you something. He said, you mean the house in Nassau? I almost passed out. Now, nobody would know the message of that. I almost passed out. I almost passed out. Okay?
Okay. So, this house in Nassau belongs to your mother.
Yes, and it is for both of us. So anything that we do with that, Ingrid really cannot do anything
without your consent.
Yes.
And this house is, you know for a fact that they were dealing with the house, or?
I didn't know.
You didn't know until you heard talks about it?
No, I didn't know until today.
How do you know it's that house they're talking about?
We only have one house.
But how do you know they're talking about that house?
Because of the fact she is saying, I have a gift for you. What gift is she going to have?
Maybe it's another house?
Where? Who has it?
Okay,
she doesn't have it.
Please? Because I'm...
It was said by Miss Knowles when she was asked for the documents. She said, and I quote, it was given to my son. So I personally questioned the son today. And I said, do you have documents for the house? And his reply was, what documents? Because he was trying to figure out what I knew. And I said to him, listen to me, son. You say that you are a man of the cloth. Come clean. Let's dismiss this. Prepare the patient for transfer and let bygones be bygones, because there were too many loopholes that did not add up based on me personally questioning him. He didn't know the ammunition that I had based on what was given to me by the family. So I made the recommendation, I promote peace, let's squash this, let this die down, but we need to leave this premises with the patient in hand.
That's very disturbing. That's very disturbing. It's extremely disturbing, and I am absolutely flabbergasted by this, because again, this calls for. I'm just lost. I'm just lost at words. Because again, you talk about trust, right?
Absolutely.
And it just seems like somewhere along the line, trust is broken. Trust is broken, and I think when that happens, what can you do? So what's next? I know we're running out of time.
Yeah.
What's next for her when she's released from hospital and observations? What is next?
It has further been alleged of some signing over some insurance. We ain't gonna deal with that right now.
Give me a second. I think this might be Murphy calling. Hello.
Okay. Yes, this Murphy knows. I hear some stuff being said, but it's not true.
What do you want to say? Go ahead. Go ahead, Murphy.
Okay. First of all, her sister said that she had the power of attorney from 2011. How could she have a power of attorney in 2011 when Ingrid had a living husband who was in his sound mind working to the airport, right? As airline traffic there. How could that be about when you have a living husband and his right mind and you have a power of attorney over a person? And that actually still in their sound mind.
Okay, I'll let them.
I don't understand that. And then the next thing is when the doctor there is saying that I talked to her, said I give paperwork to my son.
That's what
the house or whatever the case. We never had a conversation.
That was said on the TV.
I don't even know what this conversation is woman talking about.
Okay, I'll let them respond. Thank you for calling in, Murphy.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let's do it quickly because we're out of time.
Okay. Ms. Knowles, first and foremost, you said that via television when you were asked. You never spoke to me, and I never said that you spoke to me. I'm done with that. Moving forward, the power of attorney kicks in because Mr. Carey passed away. That's how she has legal guardianship of Mrs. Carey and Mrs. Carey affairs legally.
Okay. All right, we're out of time. This story obviously continues. We're going to wish the best for Miss Carey. She's going to be receiving new care.
Yes.
And of course, they'll be back in their home. And of course, we continue to pray for all sides, all impacted.
Yes.
All impacted here. That's the rundown. We're out of time. Thank you all for joining us. Don't forget to stay tuned for the 11 o'clock news with Royston Jones. I'm Clint Watson in Grand Bahama. I went home this morning and I had to come back. I go home again tomorrow. Y'all don't come me back. Y'all don't come me back. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us. At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.